Morena, everyone. Can you very quickly find your seats? Thank you, girls. Welcome to our first Senior Assembly for 2020, and special welcome to our Year 11s and your first Senior Assembly. The Assembly today is a very special Assembly, and Mrs. Pound's going to talk to you about that. The Deputy Principals will be joining us on the stage in a minute as they're just ticking off everybody out the back. So could you please stand quietly? Thank you, everyone, and welcoming Mrs. Pound.
Thank you, Mrs. Milner, and welcome everybody to your first Senior Assembly of the year. The first thing that I would like to say is congratulations to all of you who sat national qualifications, examinations and internal assessments last year. That's level 1, 2, and yes, we do have a few people out the back here who sat level 3 last year as well. You're going to hear more detail about that, but congratulations, you've done really well in your qualifications, and I hope that for those of you now in level 2 and level 3, you know by looking at those results that you are well equipped to cope with what this year will bring for you. This morning we are going to be acknowledging first of all the prefect group, and as you know, and you'll hear when Ms. Hayward reads the list, that group represents different areas of the school. The 4 co-curricular eggs, as we call them: arts and culture, community, learning and sport, also peer support, student council, and the prefect group is the representative group, and they represent every single student in the school. And of course, following out from the prefect group, we have all of the different committees and interest groups. It's a really large and complex exercise in student leadership. And one thing I just wanted to remind you about today is that this is a very conscious structure. Just as in your learning, we want you to be active partners in the classroom. Of course, learning happens also in every context around the school, including the co-curricular program. And so the school vision, which is enabling students to be confident, active, resilient learners, is something that we see reflected in every aspect of your lives here at school. When you see the prefects coming across the stage, just spare a thought that, of course, they each have a substantial job to do. They have a portfolio of responsibilities and they work collaboratively with the various committees. We're also this morning going to hear about the Scholars Award recipients from last year's results. So let's first of all hand over to Ms. Hayward for the prefects and Board of Trustees.
Good morning. I would like to invite Kate Knowles to just bring those badges up onto the stage. Thank you. First of all, I'm going to read out our head prefect of for 2020 is Promise Ikindaju. And then what we'll do afterwards, I'll read out the names, and if you could just hold your applause until I've finished that set. So the Deputy Head Prefects for 2020, Lucy Gestro, Sian Hagai, and Emma Larson. Arts and Culture, Luca Jefferson, Rachel Vargagus, and the Liaison Arts and Culture, Antonia Amer and Hope Tueluma. Our Community Prefects, Devanshi Ranjan, Sanskruti Banerjee, and our Community Liaison, Jane Shellikins and Pusparabara. Our Learning Prefects, Shen Huan Lu, Hansi Jayatalaki, and our Learning Liaison, Trinity Gomaka and Helena Palmer. Our Sports Prefects, Sarah Bell and Terry Warner, and our Sports Liaison, Phoebe Jones, Terawai Majuri, Peer Support, Lucy Clark, Lyric Davison, Emma Donaldson, our two Student Council, Tufo Slade and Victoria Sun. And our Student Representative on the Board of Trustees, Trinice Fia. Congratulations to our prefects for 2020. I'm looking forward to working with you, and I'll hand over to Karen Dempsey.
Morena tato. As Mrs Pound has said, this morning we recognise achievement in the National Certificate of Educational Achievement, or NCEA. Overall, the EGS statistics show that as a whole we are achieving well above the national average. You can see here that is EGS represented in the blue, and those are the national results represented in orange. These results are a reflection of setting challenging yet achievable goals, careful planning, and a lot of life and school balance, and at times getting on with the hard work, or eating the frog as we like to say. The start of the school year is a really good time to take stock of what you have achieved and to use any disappointments that you may feel as an opportunity to learn and make changes. Give yourself and your peers a round of applause for these amazing results. So I will now read out the Scholars Awards, and they're of course based on last year's results, and we've invited a few of our Year 13 leavers back to celebrate them this morning. Scholars Awards are given to those who have achieved in the top 5% of their cohort or year level. It takes into account all credits sat in a single academic year, including if they are at a higher level. These students have worked incredibly hard and are to be congratulated on their results. In a moment, Mrs Pound is going to present the awards. Please hold your applause until after each group is called. So we'll start. Yep, we will start with starting with level 3 there? Level 1. Okay, we are starting with year 11. So these are the scholars for 2019 in alphabetical order. Zainab Bandukwala, Hannah Bautista, Laura Beagley, Stella Beckman, Scarlett Balsink, and Lucia Kaleja. Lee Wen Cook, Natalie Gain, Hannah Huddleston, Azura Iqbal, Emma Kim, and Chelly Lee. Cindy Lewin, Cherry Liu, Molly Love Louise, Karina Liu, Xinjuan Li. Xinjuan Li there? Nope, sorry, I thought I'd missed her. Olivia maybe. And Prakya Mathur. Phoebe Kian. Jasmine Smith. Lydia Tucker. Naomi Wadwani. Emma Whitlock. And Amy Yom.
Cindy Leong's name wasn't called. Cindy Leong.
And sorry, Cindy Yong. Cindy there? No. And I just ask those students to wait around because we'll take a photograph of you as a group immediately after the assembly. Thanks very much and congratulations to Year 11 of 2019. I will now read the Year 12 scholars for 2019, again in alphabetical order and in groups. Promise Akandeju. Promise also received a scholarship, which I'll talk about in a moment, for calculus and technology, digital technology. Sarah Bell. Bethel Chiu. Naomi Chin. Yu Jiong Chu. Yu Jin Chu. and Katie Jackways. Al Sturman, Jasmine Keys-Pai-Sun Anarak, Megan Kwan, Erin Lau, Kayla Lee, Athena Lai, and Chen Huan Liu. Juliette MacDonald, Suhana Pasupati, Devanshi Ranjan, Jane Shallikins, Tufor Slade, Akshaya Sri Bhaskaran, Victoria Sun, Rachel Varaguse, and Jenny Zhao. Could we please congratulate the 2019 scholars? We'll now move on to Year 13. In Year 13, and as we have just heard in some cases in Year 12 with Promise, some students opt to sit scholarship exams, which means that they are recognised, if awarded a scholarship, as being within the top 3% of the total number of students sitting each of those subjects. And 0.3% of that cohort will receive what is known as an outstanding scholarship. Students who are awarded a scholarship receive $500 per subject for up to 2 subjects. Students who receive scholarships in 3 or more subjects will receive $2,000 for each of the 3 years of their tertiary study. The top student in a particular subject, so the one that comes, the outstanding and the very top of that cohort, receives $2,000 for each of their 3 years of study. The Outstanding Scholar Award has its own criteria that shifts each year, but may include students who receive more than 3 scholarships combined with outstanding and will receive $5,000 for each of their 3 years. So you can see the stakes are high and the incentives are really high there as well. We're very proud to say that this year EGS students were awarded 84 scholarships and 6 of those were at outstanding level across 23 subjects. For this particular recognition assembly this morning, scholarship hasn't been taken into account, but I will read them out because that information has just been released and it is of special mention. So again, these are our Year 13 leavers from last year, so we haven't got all of them here. Some of them have already gone off to begin their study and things. Have we got Sophie Brooks? No, we haven't. Poppy Bowsink. Poppy received a scholarship for biology and chemistry, and she was outstanding in chemistry and also DVC. Cindy Cheng. Cindy Cheng also received chemistry, DVC and physics. Jennifer Chen. Jennifer also received a scholarship in biology and physics. Kelly Ding. Kelly also received a scholarship in accounting and history. Phoebe Donaldson. Phoebe also received a scholarship for chemistry and DVC. And Julia Fian. Julia also received a scholarship for classical studies and English. Ariba can't be with us this morning, but she also received a scholarship for statistics. Sophie Larson. Sophie received a scholarship in biology. And Destiny Lee. Destiny also received a scholarship for accounting and statistics. Rachel Lynn. Rachel also received a scholarship for DVC, which is Design and Visual Communication, and an outstanding scholarship for statistics. And Zoe McKenzie. Zoe also received a scholarship for design for DVC, and she received an outstanding and is also the top scholar in that subject. Well done, Zoe. And a scholarship for painting. Sophia Pabu, who I don't think can be with us this morning, also received a scholarship for biology and chemistry. Michaela Peake is also unable to be here but received a scholarship for DVC. Emily Siao, statistics. Sharon Susanto, biology. Shirley T, here's Shirley. Shirley also received a scholarship for chemistry. Ashley Tolentino is unable to be with us this morning. Emily couldn't be with us this morning. You'll remember Emily, we recognised her at senior prize giving last year as our Dux of the school, and it is worth reading out even though she isn't here. Wait for it. She got a scholarship for biology, calculus, chemistry, outstanding, economics, physics, and statistics, outstanding. Yeah. So we can ask her about hard work. And Taylor Grace Watt, biology and photography. Courtney Wilson, also unable to be here. Angeline Zhao, worth a mention, also got a scholarship for chemistry, music, physics and statistics. Yin O Zhu for Chinese. And last, Bonner Yang. Bonner also received a scholarship for chemistry and geography. Please congratulate these amazing scholars. It's quite nice at this time of year to also thank the other people in the room, all of the teachers. So thank you to the teachers, the staff, the parents and families who have supported all of these young women to achieve to their highest potential on their NCEA journey. So for you, remember to set your goals carefully and then work hard towards achieving them this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms Dempsey. Let's congratulate all of those Scholars Award winners. This is the first opportunity that the head prefect team will have to introduce themselves to you, so I'm going to hand you over to Promise, Lucy, Emma and Sian.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Promise, aka the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air girl, and I am the head prefect for 2020. This is Lucy, Emma, and Sian, the deputy head prefects for this year. As you all know, it is the start of the year, which means it's time to crack on and prepare ourselves to reach our goals for 2020. Whether this be getting into the school tennis team, being accepted into the university of your dreams, or being crowned best dancer at ball. Brumby, I'm looking at you. But hey, let's not skip ahead. It's extremely important to congratulate ourselves along the way. Hence, the purpose of this assembly. Last year was an amazing year for the EGGS cohort, from outstanding sporting achievements to unbelievable arts and cultural competition results, to inspirational community involvement activities, and everything in between. No matter what, we all deserve a pat on the back. But today, we have been congratulating the students that you saw walking across the stage.
Year 9s, we're hoping your first couple of weeks at EGGS have gone well, and we expect you're settling into the EGGS lifestyle. We can promise that it does get easier trying to find your way around school, just takes a couple of years. We wish for you as Year 9s to have used this badge assembly to acknowledge the large amount of leadership opportunities EGS has to offer. Being new to the school, you have the perfect opportunity to join extracurricular that can lead you into possible leadership positions in your senior years. These groups can not only teach you new skills, but also the relationships you form from taking a chance and reaching out of your comfort zone will stay with you until your final years of high school. So, make the most of it and set goals, as I guarantee the lessons you learn from extending yourself further than the classroom will benefit you significantly in the long term.
Year 10s, 11s and 12s. To follow on with what Lucy was saying, one thing that you will never be short of here at EGS is opportunities. Even as a Year 10, 11 or 12, you have to remember that it's not too late to seize a new opportunity. For example, only last year, as a Year 12, did I join Gaelic group, and it was completely out of my comfort zone, but it was well worth trying. So ultimately, I just want to emphasise that it's never too late to join a group, and it's never too late to try and achieve a goal. Because today we are celebrating students who have met a goal, and in particular, we are celebrating students who have made an academic or leadership achievement.
And Year 13s, although it is our last year, our opportunities haven't run short yet either. Do that sport you've been wanting to do since Year 9, show up to Tutor Class 2, or get involved with a group that enables you to give back to the school who has given so much to you, or to push you outside of your comfort zones. As we are all getting into the swing of things, whether that be receiving internal dates for your subjects, balancing your jobs with your schoolwork, passing or failing your restricted driver's test, and further preparing ourselves for our journeys beyond these school gates. Although we've all been told this, always remember to look after yourselves. Again, congratulations to those who have walked across this stage this morning, and also a big congratulations to you all completing and hopefully passing either level 1 or 2 last year. Welcome to the new Year 11s here this morning, entering the senior body of this school. We wish you luck, and we're looking forward to working with you all throughout this year.
Thank you, everybody, and what a lovely way to start the year by being able to recognise our scholars and our leaders. Please stand quietly while our guests leave the stage. Thank you, everybody. Just let the staff get to the doors perhaps first, and then off to period 1.